In the world of NECA Ninja Turtles, when it rains, it pours. We're back with yet another addition to the Last Ronin line. This time it's Leonardo. Remember, if you keep these boxes, you can complete a scene from the spines, and this one is looking good just like always. I'm definitely a box hoarder, so I'll be keeping a hold of this one for a while, but let's check out the figure itself. The original Last Ronin figure came with so many great accessories. I'm always a little bit surprised to see how few these regular turtles come with, but let's take a look. Just like with Raphael, we get another more angry, more gritty kind of in-action style head sculpt for the alternate. Based on first impressions, I think I do prefer this one, but they're both looking pretty good. Next, we'll check out his katanas, and on their own, they do look nice. When you compare them to Raphael's size, they are a lot more cartoony, I guess, so you decide if that's a plus or minus. And enjoy this close-up of my hands while I show off Leo's hands. We get 3 additional pairs, just like Raphael, with some various grips and slaps available. These also seem to have a bit more of a cartoony style with those extra thick black lines, but maybe they just didn't feel those were necessary on Raphael because his hands are a darker color. Next are these itty-bitty little throwing daggers. Now these are a shiny silver, so that's different than the katanas, but they are super small and you do get 5 of them. Be really careful taking them out of the package because this little tray kinda got stuck coming out for mine, and I dropped them all over the carpet. Luckily I found them, unless there's a 6th one hiding somewhere. And yes, he can grip them. Taking a look at the figure itself, you can notice some more of those thick comic lines on that front strap, but all of the leather details, the little pouches, that hood, are definitely looking really realistic and really cool. You can see his little smile poking out up there. The hood does not seem to be able to be moved at all. The arm wraps are looking really good, and they have those leather guards on the forearms. Again, another belt with all sorts of compartments on there, really nicely sculpted, really nicely painted. Flip them around to the other side, and on this shoulder you do get a nice shoulder guard up on top. It looks pretty realistic. Somehow NECA always nails the pants. I don't know what they're doing, but anytime a turtle wears pants, they are super realistic. The feet are wrapped as well, there are a few leather details, definitely looking good. Now we don't get any shells with this line, but the back, I am really liking the details of that tattered cloak. The leather looks super real, and there are 2 holes up top, and when you lift the flap, 2 holes down there that you can put the katana through. So even though he has a few more black comic lines, I think he will fit in really nicely with Raphael. I believe this head is intended to be more of in a downward pose, so you can't really see that little smile, and it looks good in that way. He definitely looks a little more at ease and peaceful with the smile showing. In my limited time with this, I've found it to be super flexible in the limbs. Check out that leg movement. Plenty of action in the feet, nothing separate for the toes, but still pretty good. The arms will go straight out, but not any further. And the elbows have the same type of action as the legs, so you can get a pretty good bend on those. Let's take off this head real quick to check out that cloak a little closer. It is only attached by a little bitty bit in the very front, so be careful with that. I don't think it's intended to come off, but it could if you wanted to. It would probably leave a little hole though. Here he is with that alternate head put on, and I'm definitely really liking this look. It might be one of those figures that I never go back to the original head. I hope it doesn't feel bad. Here's my real first attempt of getting those katanas in the back, and it went pretty well. Takes a little lining up to do, but it works. Here it is with both for a nice unique look. I'm really liking it. And there's the front view with both sticking up. At first I missed it, but you can put these little throwing darts in his belt, which really completes the look. The belt was detailed before, but these just take it to another level. Again, they don't really match the katana, so be careful how you use them. Here's some comparisons on how Leonardo stacks up with the rest of the Last Ronin line. Not quite as bulky as Michelangelo, pretty similar to Raphael, a little bit taller maybe. Side by side, they look really good together. Next, we have that really awesome footbot and the battle of katana wielders. And just for fun, him next to the Sinja robot. I really need to pose him better. Here he is next to the newest version of the Mirage Turtles. Both serious, but both very different. Here he is towering over the Mirage Splinter, as it should be. Here he is next to the original movie Leonardo, quite a bit smaller, but wider somehow. And here he is next to Secret of the Ooze. Just a quick test of a couple poses you can do. My go-to Leo pose is always him pulling out one of the swords. I just think it looks neat. Here he is with both of them pulled out, looking pretty good. And finally, here he is stacked up next to that box. All in all, I'm really liking this figure, and I'm excited to see this line continue more and more. I guess my only real gripe is that the weapons are more matte and don't fit in with the shinier ones from the other figures, but that's nothing that a little paint couldn't fix if it bugs you. So let me know what you think of Last Ronin Leonardo. Are you going to pick this one up to help continue the team? I've got Splinter on deck and Casey on the way, so stay tuned for more reviews. Follow along and check out another video while you're here. Thanks again for watching.